If you like these daily scares, please hit the like button and subscribe to Darkness Rising. And please buy me coffee, link in description. If you have a story you'd like me to feature, send an email to the email in description. Thank you for the support. In a dark and lonely house, 17-year-old Emily found herself home alone on a stormy night. The wind howled outside and rain tapped rhythmically on the windows like impatient fingers. Her parents had gone out for the evening, leaving her to her own devices. As the hours passed close to midnight, Emily tried to distract herself by watching a movie, but the suspenseful scenes only amplified the eerie feeling enveloping the house. Just as she was getting lost in the plot, a sharp knock at the front door shattered her concentration. Her heart raced and she muted the TV, straining to hear if it was just her imagination playing tricks. Another knock echoed through the house, this time more insistent. Gathering her courage, Emily cautiously approached the door, peering through the peephole. There, in the dim light of the porch lamp, was nothing but the stormy night. She hesitated, her hand inches from the doorknob, her breath held in suspense. With a shaky breath, she slowly turned the knob and opened the door. To her shock, there was no one there. Only the gusts of wind and the sound of raindrops hitting the ground met her ears. She stepped onto the porch, squinting into the darkness, but no one was in sight. Puzzled and unnerved, she closed the door and retreated back into the house, locking it tightly behind her. As she made her way back to the living room, something felt off. She turned on the lights and saw her family sitting on the couch, watching her. Her heart pounded, but relief washed over her at the sight of her parents and younger brother. "Where were you?" she asked, her voice trembling. They stared at her, not responding. She repeated her question, her voice growing more desperate. It was then that she noticed something chilling. They were looking right through her. Panic clenched at her chest as her hands flew to her face. But when she touched her skin, there was nothing there. No sensation of touch, no warmth. In a dawning realization, Emily stumbled backward, her mind racing. She was there in the room with her family, but she wasn't. She was a ghost, invisible to them, trapped between the realms of the living and the dead. A feeling of isolation and despair gripped her, tears streaming down her invisible cheeks. Her family continued to watch the television, oblivious to her presence. She reached out to touch them, to let them know she was there, but her hand passed right through them. She was alone, a specter in her own home. As the night wore on, Emily came to understand the truth. She died last year in a car wreck on the way home from a friend's birthday party. She was a ghost, forever separated from the world she knew and loved. The storm outside mirrored the turmoil in her heart as she floated through the house, a silent observer of the life she could no longer be a part of. And so the house remained haunted, its halls echoing with the ghostly presence of a teenage girl who once lived there, forever trapped in a reality where she could see and hear, but never touch or be seen again. The cycle then continues. Emily is home alone and hears a knock on the door.